Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another Monday Night Wellness Stories. I'm Sherry Danzig, and tonight we are talking about a particular product, as we've been doing, and this is in the water technology line, and we're going to talk about the water bottle. But I would be remiss, even though we're recording this, and this is it's July 29th, there is a terrific special going on with our waterfall system, which is the home system, and that system is 30% off through July 31st. So if you're here tonight and you get excited about what you learn about the water, or if you're listening to this recording and you get excited about the water, be sure to talk to the person that invited you, get all the information, because we're not really talking about the waterfall system. And we're going to talk about the on-the-go water system, if you will. But be sure you get the information before the sale, while the sale is still going on, 30% off. That's a great, great deal. So I'm Sherry Danzig, and we are here to share about specific products that are part of Nikken's Wellness Home. Nikken is a company that's been around for almost 50 years. Next year will be 50 years, and they're all about helping us to have more vibrancy, more energy, feel good, recover more easily. We all want that. We all want to feel great at any age, young or old. And what Nikken has done is created a legacy of these technologies that are they're so easily relatable because it's about harnessing Mother Nature. It's about connecting us to Mother Nature. So these are basic technologies that we all need. We need great sleep, we need great hydration, and we need great nutrition, and we need great air, and we need to have energy. And all of these things are provided by all these technologies. But again, today we're going to focus in on the water. And you can see this spec sheet. Y'all can see this, I'm assuming, right? And I'll hold up my water bottle as I did a minute ago. So what we're talking about here is called Pi Mag water, and it's on the go. And so this is a way that you can stop buying bottled water, because I don't know if you knew this or not, but bottled water is suspicious. They can say anything they want in the bottle. They can promise you it's from the Alps or from the, rolling mountains in Colorado or whatever they want to say. It's not regulated. Nobody is going to catch them and put them in jail or fine them for telling lies. And so about a fourth of the bottles, when they've done a big study of hundreds of water bottles, because there's so many different brands out there, in this giant study that was done years ago, they tested the bottles and they saw that a fourth, every four bottles, was tap water in a bottle. So you were spending all this money on something that wasn't very good to begin with, and then actually making it worse, because when you put tap water in a bottle, then you also have all of the plastics, the chemicals that come from the bottling. So this is a way that with this sports bottle, you fill it up from a sink, from a waterfall, from just putting tap water in this bottle, and you use the bottle over and over again. Every time you fill it, you're sucking the water, taking the water from this bottle, and it it purifies the water really well. It filters it. I'm going to take the share in just a minute. I'm going to take my bottle apart so you can see it. But it creates this water that is optimal water. It's nature's great water because it's been purified. The water is pH balanced, and it's also magnetized. And that creates water it changes the structure, and it allows the water to be better hydrating. In other words, it gets absorbed into your body instead of having to run to the bathroom because you're drinking water. Water is so important, and it's one of those things that when you can improve your quality of water, it affects all aspects of your well-being. You feel better, you think better, your digestive system works better. It's great for your muscles feeling good. So being well hydrated is super important. And this water bottle, as you can see, is something that is you take it on the go with you, and it's always in my car. It's in my tennis bag when I travel with it. I can't have my water system with me. I've got this. You reuse it. I'm gonna take it off the share here and let a few other people in. So here's what the water bottle looks like. This is my personal bottle. And I want to just take this top off so you can see. It's a very hefty filter. That's the filter, so it's thick. Brita makes one, and I'm telling you, the filter is the size of my pinky. It's the size of it's so thin. It can't do much. So this water bottle, when you suck through it, so there's a straw, and when you suck through it, the water goes through the filter, and you just do this and it goes through it and it cleans the water. And again, this is a magnet here. And so the water gets magnetized, so it hydrates better. So it's so much better water. When you buy bottled water, the cheapest you're going to find it. I mean, what do you find? What, 50 cents is maybe the least expensive. Even if you go to, I was trying to remember the Sam's Club where you buy 40 bottles and it's $5. So you're still talking about close to, what are you talking about? What is that about? Well, what is that? About 20 cents? 20 times 40? I can't do the math today. Anyhow, the least expensive bottles is more expensive than this. This is pennies every time you fill it up. You buy the bottle and you have a portable water system. And after about 3 years, if you're using it every day, after 3 years, you get rid of it, you redo it, but you change the filter every 250 times. So, you'll do the math on it. I change my filter. I don't use this like because I drink the water from my home system. So I probably change this filter about every 4 or 5 months. So it's pennies per gallon to maintain it. It's great water, and you don't have to be duped by buying expensive, poor quality bottled water. So I can't say enough about this, and I can't say enough about the water system and how great it is. So Shirley, you were going to share a story. I know you've got somebody that's a customer that has a great story. Should I help you unmute? Let's see, Shirley, I don't know which one is you because you're a Zoom user. Let's see. I'll ask you to unmute. I'll ask you to unmute. Did that help?
Yes, I unmuted.
Okay.
Okay. I have a very, very good friend that when I started with Nikken, uh, Debbie came and did the first presentation with me, and she my friend had already purchased a waterfall,
Hmm.
and it was like maybe 2 or 3 weeks, and she was getting ready to go to Dubai. She was going out of the country. And she called me and she said, Shirley, I am going to have to buy a bottle because I can't drink that water. I got to make sure I have my water. And I said, well, I don't have one. And Debbie was here. Debbie said, Shirley, I have a bottle she can buy. She said, as long as she replace it, she made it down here and got that bottle because she said she had to have that water. She
Hmm.
said the water tastes better. She was feeling better and everything. So she had to have that bottle.
Yeah.
That's my story.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm the same way. I mean, when you get used to drinking really good quality water, you can feel the difference and you feel it
Mhm.
all over. You can tell the difference. You can feel the difference of being well hydrated. And so you don't want to be without it. And I know
Mhm.
that I have left the bottle a few times and had to go track it down. And I'm telling, it's like losing your cell phone. You know how dependent we are on our
Mhm.
cell phone. I am
Yeah.
that dependent on my water bottle to have really good water. You don't want to
Yeah.
miss out on that. Lynn, you've got a story, please.
Yes, mine is very quick and for economical. My nephew last year went backpacking through Europe for a couple of months with friends, And he said, Auntie, I'm worried about how much am I going to spend on water when I'm buying. I said, I'm going to treat you, my friend. So I gave him a water bottle. He said it was the best ever. He even had shared with some of his friends because they weren't sure what the quality of water is through some of the countries.
Yeah.
So he said, I probably saved him quite a bit. And he was thrilled he knew he was drinking. So for things like that, it was like he had a smile on his face, and he was a happy traveler through Europe, just knowing because he knows me and knows what, and his family has the water system. He knew that he didn't have to worry about what he's drinking with that water bottle.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to share one more story. This is a funny story. I went to Mexico with my husband. We were in Cancun and we were at a resort, but still, you still don't necessarily trust the water. And it was during COVID, so it was a little bit of a risk. I mean, it was one of those things where we had to go and meet with the doctor and be tested before we could leave. You couldn't go back to the United States without testing. So it was just a crazy time. But we had this trip plan. We went, and my husband forgot his water bottle, and so we only had the one. And so we were squeezing water. I don't recommend this, but we were squeezing water into a cup or, sharing the water bottle. And we made it do. But I mean, neither one of us were going to be without drinking the water. So if you're traveling any place, if you're going hiking, if you're just out and about, you want to have access to good water. Now, my kids have waterfalls in their homes and they carry around a big giant Nalgene, and you can do that too, to have a safe plastic that you carry water with you. But with this is a no-brainer because you run out of water and then you just simply fill it up with any source of water. You don't have to worry about how clean the water is because you're putting it into this bottle that's going to filter it super well. So can't say enough about this. I will tell you though that this is plastic and you have reason to worry about plastic, but not this one. This is a plant-based plastic and it doesn't give off any kind of chemicals, any kind of BPA, anything like that. This is a safe plastic. It's more expensive because it's something that's reusable. So it's not the same thing. I've had friends before that have bought bottled water and then they refill it. That's a really bad idea because you don't know what you're getting in from those plastics. So this is a plastic that is completely safe to use. And as a matter of fact, it's environmentally so responsible that when you do finally discard of this bottle after about 3, 4 years, it takes only about a year for it to completely break down. In comparison, a regular bottle, Dasani or Smart Water, any of those plastics, they'll take 500 years or longer before they break down. So they're just sitting in our landfills. So this is cost effective, great for the environment. So great for your pocketbook, great for the planet, and
Mhm.
great in terms of having a really good source of water. Anybody else want to say anything about the water bottle? Okay. Well, thank you all for being on. And again, don't forget about the fact that we have that tremendous special going on. If you're listening to this and it's still July, you have until July 31st to get the waterfall system at a 30% discount. And if you are a consultant or you have a consultant that can help you with this, there's a 20% discount for consultants that could be off the water bottle. So don't forget about that, about drinking really great water. All right, you guys, we'll be back next week and we'll be talking about sleep.